Hello, welcome to episode 383. We're going to make a clock with a swinging pendulum. Let's go and have a look. I'm in version 1.20.1, but you should be able to do this in 1.19.4 and onwards. There's our clock. There's our swinging pendulum. Ta-da! Nice and easy. Now, when I'm making it, I do make one mistake, so I better correct that now. Here, in my controller, I have this one and this one set to unconditional. When I'm making it, I set them to conditional. Okay, and that would be the same for both controllers. That's how I set them in the tutorial. I'll show you what happens when they're set like that. Nothing at all. It all works fine. But the problem is, this command is playing a sound, and this will only run if that one runs. And the same here. This command is playing a sound, and this will only run if that one runs. And these ones here are the ones that change its direction. Now it turns out that if you're too far away from the sound, it just doesn't play the sound to you, and that fails. So if we go out of range of the sound, this thing won't change direction. Oh, did you see it? It's just wiggled its all. There we go. Broken it. That's what we've done. We've broken it. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that the changing direction ones, so the ones that are setting its state, are unconditional. That was a silly mistake as a maker, but I made it anyway. Okay, let's clear everything out, put the face back, put the pendulum back, and that's going to power these doors as well. And I'm just going to get angry and break one apparently. Okay, put that back. There we go. Now we can go out of range. And it doesn't matter, it'll still keep working. Okay, so keep that in mind when you build it. Have a look at that. So we've got unconditional, conditional, unconditional, unconditional. Okay, waffle, waffle, waffle. Let's get on and build it now. Okay, let's make this thing. To make things easier for myself, I have cut and pasted, well, copy and pasted, the texture value and the skull owner ID. You can see why I've copied them, because they're horribly long, from the Minecraft heads database. What we'll do is right at the end of the video, we'll pop over there and I'll show you where I got those values. For now, don't worry about them. Okay, right. I am going to want a scoreboard objective, and this is going to store the state of my pendulum. Basically, is it swinging left or is it swinging right? Scoreboard objectives, add state dummy. Bump, make sure we click it. Okay, now where am I going to put my clock? Let's just get a random block for now. Let's get some wool. I'm going to put my pendulum here. So this will be the base of the clock. This will be the pendulum. And this will be the face of the clock. Okay, so in here, let's do fill, tab, tab, tab. And copy that. Okay, now I think I want it to be there, but I might have to actually lift it up to that block so it hangs down there. We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's create the pendulum first. Create pendulum. Pendulum. Okay, so we will summon a block display at those coordinates that I just copied, and we'll have a load of stuff. We'll have some tags. It will be part of the clock, and it will be the pendulum. Okay, that's all right. We'll need a block state, which requires a name, because what do we want it to look like? A lightning rod. Lightning rod. Okay, clearly we've made a mistake. I didn't put a comma here. There we go. And now we'll need some transformation information. Transformation. Open and close curlies. And we'll have the left rotation. I'm going to do everything as default at first. Nor F, nor F, nor F, 1F. And then I'm going to copy all the way up to the word left. And then we'll have right rotation, and I'll have scale 1F, 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 all defaults for now, and translation 0F, 0F, 0F. Okay. And it's going to be inside a block, so I'm going to need brightness as well. And I probably want rotation, so let's come out of the transformation information, so there, and we'll pop in comma brightness, and I want the sky brightness to be 15 and the block brightness to be 15. Then we'll come out of brightness and we'll have a rotation, which I believe is capital R, rotation, and for now we'll have default 0F, 0F. Okay, that seems alright. Let's do done, and we will summon it. Okay, it's completely in the wrong place, but it's all default, so that's what we expected. There it is in its normal corner. Right, let's make a kill as well. Remove. And we could just kill any entity whose tag equals clock. Okay. Done. Bump. Right, let's get this thing looking correct. So, let's do scale first. I don't want it to be that big. If I do 0.2, 0.2, then my translation... Actually, let's do rotation first. I think rotation first would be better. So let's rotate it first, and then we'll play with the scale and the translation. So I'm going to go off to left rotation. And I'm going to change this third 0 to a 1. And I'm going to go to right rotation and change this third 0 to a 1. Done. I create it. And we just go, oh, now we've got nothing. Okay, lovely. Oh, there it was. It was in there. I can see it there. Okay. Why has it jumped over there? I know we've done rotation, but I wouldn't have expected it to jump that far. Home. We are, well, I mean, we're definitely putting it in the right place, aren't we? Fill, tap, tap, tap. 42, 57, 19. $42, 57, 19. Okay, that's a bit weird. Let's get rid of that block a minute and put it over there. Oh, well, rotation is just weird, isn't it? Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, playing with these things makes my brain ache. It's because we've rotated it, it's now scale has gone weird, so now we're going to change its scale. Done. Okay, God knows where it is now. Underground? Okay, let's change its translation. I don't think this is going to help much. There we go. I can see it. I can see it. It's here. Okay. There it is. So we've changed its scale and we've brought it back. I don't know. If someone can tell me how to do these things better, I would be very much appreciated. It's just so unintuitive. It really feels that way anyway. Have we copied it? Yes, we have. Let's put that back on top. And we'll get rid of that. So we've rotated it, and now it's upside down. And which way is it facing? Okay, it's facing that way, so I'm going to guess it might swing that way. But it's too low, so I'm going to have to lift it up as well. Why is it so... Okay, so That's what I thought earlier on when I said we might have to lift it up a bit so it dangles down. So let's go to 58 instead. Okay. There it is. We have our pendulum. It's a weird way to get it, but we have it. Now I'm going to need a clock face. That's going to go in this block here. Remember, that's going to be on an armor stand, so the summon position for this is going to be a bit weird. Let's fill, tab, 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 and get those coordinates. And let's create the face. Create the face. So this is going to be the clock face. And that's why we've got these, because we're using a Minecraft head. So let's get rid of that. We will. I suppose you could summon it as a block display if you wanted. I'm going to do an armor stand. Summon. That's always useful. Summon armor stand. At those coordinates. We don't want gravity, so we'll do no gravity. I think we could set it as a marker, would make it invulnerable and no gravity. So let's do it as a marker. Marker true. Invisible false for now. For testing. Tags. Well, it's part of the clock. And we'll give it a tag. What clock face will do? We're not going to do anything with this, but just in case we wanted to. Clock face. The armor stand is going to need to have armor items. Armor items. So do keep in mind you can do this as a block display. It doesn't have to be an armor stand. So it's going to have nothing on its feet, nothing on its legs, nothing on its chest, but we do want a hat. And the hat is going to be ID. Bump. It will be a Minecraft player head. Yeah. It will have a tag. Open and close. The tag will have a skull owner. Open and close. The skull owner will have an ID, big I, little d, open and close square brackets. Okay, done. That's what we've got here. Skull owner ID. Let's get this. Bump, copy. I am going to pop that into the ID slot there. Bang, now it's got an ID. Okay, and then we'll come out of the ID. So after the square brackets, and it will have some properties. Properties will be open and close curly. One property is the textures. Open and close square. Inside the squares we will open and close curly. And we'll need a value, which goes inside speech marks. Okay. Let's press done, and here we have textures value inside the speech marks. That's what this is going to be. Copy. So if you want these, I'll show you at the end of the video how we got those from the Minecraft head site. And we'll go to value and paste that in. Okay. Now we need to come out of all of that. Oh, there's a lot. So I think, where do we want to be? About, let's see, about here, I think. Count 1B. And we come out of there, we come out of there, and we have a rotation. I'm going to rotate it. I think it's going to be facing, let's do default for now, right? 0F, 0F. Now that looks correct. Okay, he's got the head. He's definitely too high, and he's facing the wrong way. So he's facing 180 degrees the wrong way. So let's remove that. So 183 is the wrong way. That's easy. We'll change his rotation. Now he's facing the right way. So let's build up. I'll tell you what we could use. We could use trapdoors. Let's get some random trapdoors and just slap them around the side of this thing. That might look all right. So we'll have a trapdoor there, trapdoor there. Okay, and we'll go up again. There we go. We'll put one at the back. Unless if yours is against a wall, you won't need one at the back. But and will I need one on top? Yeah. How am I going to get one on top? Let's kill him. Let's put a block here, and we'll stick a trapdoor on top. Okay, let's put something at the bottom. I'm going to use a barrel. That way, at least the clock's doing something. The player might find an item inside it. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be our clock. Do we want a trapdoor? Let me get a trapdoor. Should we put one there? Okay, so our pendulum's going to go in there. That looks all right. Oh, that's because I powered that. And our clock, create face, is going to go up there. Right, he's far too high. He needs to come down quite a bit. Okay. So what have we got him on? What have we got him on? 58. We want to bring him down, what, about a block and a half? So let's say 56.5. Too low. 56.8. I wouldn't mind going up just a tiny bit more. 56.8, 3. That looks all right. Yeah, okay, that'll do. You can play with that as much as you like. And I think now we'll make him invisible as well. Okay. And I'm going to put a piece of glass in there. Just put a piece of glass in there. We will go to this little dude. Let's find out where we've got invisible. We'll switch that to true. Boink. Create the face. Nice. Yeah, okay. Stop it. Just because I powered that command block. Stop it. Okay, so we've got a clock. I wouldn't mind putting a block in the back there, actually. Let's use a block display for that. Let's tag it onto clock face. Actually, we'll use that one. There we go. So I will summon a block display. Have we still got the coordinates? No, we haven't. Wonderful. We just copied in this big rubbish thing. Okay. Let's get the coordinates of the armor stand. Copy. Done. And we'll use them. We'll probably have to adjust them slightly. I think we don't want to be lower. We do want 58. There we go. And it will have some tags. Tags. We'll have clock tag and its own tag, so it'll be part of the clock. And clock face behind. That'll do. I'm not going to use that tag anyway, I don't think. And I'm probably going to make it a bit smaller, so we will want transformation. Transformation, open and close, left. I don't think we want to rotate it, so left rotation is all going to be default. And then we'll grab all of that, so we can make a right rotation, and then we'll have a scale, which we'll set as 1. 1 for now, and a translation, which we'll set as all defaults for now. Okay, done. Get rid of everything. Pop you back there. I didn't give it a block state. Okay. Well, I want it to be. What would look good? I'm going to oak log. There we go. I'm going to use an oak log. put that down there. Oh, okay. Now we've got the problem. Outlook has different directions. I don't want it facing up. I want that side there. So that's how I want it to be. Okay, well, first of all, we'll give it the block state. So after we come out of transformation, we'll do block state. We'll see if we get lucky. We won't, but let's see if we do. Block state, name, oaklog. Yeah, okay, done. Okay, well, off-centered, so we're going to have to center it, and it's not facing the right way. We can see it's facing like that, not like that. Okay, so we're going to have to do a little bit of effort. Let's point at this one, F3B. That's not what I wanted at all, just F3. And now, if we look on the right-hand side, we can see a load of stuff we're not interested in. Axis, that's the one with axis Z for that one. But if we look at this one, axis Y. So we have a property of axis Z. Okay, let's go in here. Block state. Now we want to stay inside block state, but outside the name. And we want to add a property to it. Properties, and the property was called axis, and the value was Z. Done. Let's do a test on that. Okay, now you're facing the right way. Cool. Right, let's fiddle with it. Let's fiddle with this transformation information. So I want it to be a bit thinner on the Z. So let's do 0.7. I've put 10.7. We would have noticed that. And now we have to align it. So half of scale on the X is 1, so half of that is 0.5. Scale on the Z is 7. Half of that is... Well, my translation is wrong. This is the rotation. I'm putting it in the wrong place. You should have told me. You were laughing at me, weren't you? Here's the translation. Half of 1 is 0.5. Half of 0.7 is minus 0.35. Okay. Done. Aha! That looks alright. Let's create... Oh, we can't see our face. Okay, how far are we sticking out the back? Oh, we've just moved it back a little bit. Okay, okay. Oh, what is my phone doing? One of my students sending me hundreds of messages, apologising for missing their class. That's thrown me right off. Right, we're creating the face. That's what we're doing. We need to move it in the Z direction. Translation. We want to move it a little bit less in that Z direction. So, I don't know. Let's try 0.2. Aha! Okay, is it poking out the back? I'm stuck. No, we can shut that. Right, we've got a clock. We've got a clock face. We've got a pendulum, which is too close to the clock. Okay, we've made our clock. That took an effort. Right, let's make a controller. Right, we're going to make 2 controllers. And I'll show you why in a minute. We only need 1. But they're just very slightly different. So we'll have this controller. And we're going to execute as any entity whose type equals block display, whose tag equals pendulum, whose scores equals state equals 1, at s run tp yourself a bump to the same position, but move 1 on that. Okay. And in fact, I am going to copy all of that home. Copy. Done. Okay. That seems all right. Let's put a block in here. and paste that in. Let's have a look. Execute as block display pendulum state equals 1. Yes, yes, yes. Scores equals, yep. And we're going to add in an X rotation, stop spelling it wrong, is between 10 and 20. At S, we don't need at S for this one. Actually, we will. At S, because we're going to do a sound. Play sound. Block. What sounds like a tick? I suppose clicking a button, doesn't it? Stone. Button. We'll do 2 ticks. We'll do 1 tick for one way, 1 tick for the other way. So if you want to, you can change it. I'm probably just going to use the same, actually. I'll just use on for now. We'll play it on the block channel for all players at those coordinates. Volume, how loud is this thing? I don't know, probably half volume would be enough. Up the pitch though, so it's a bit faster, more like a tick-tick sound. Okay, done. And we're going to make that one conditional, actually. Yeah, we don't, yeah, why not? Okay, now let's paste again. So we've got execute as, yeah, block display, pendulum, scores. Let's get that X rotation in there. X rotation equals 10 to 20. We don't need as this time, or at. We're going to run scoreboard players, set your state to 0. So if it gets between 10 and 20, it's going to change its state to 0. And we'll make that one conditional as well. Okay. Now I think I'm going to clear my inventory, which I've forgotten how to do. Clear. There we go. Clear the chat. I think I'm just going to grab all of these. 1, 2, 3. And if I'm going to put them in here, chain, always active, conditional. Okay, now let's change this first one. So this time state equals 0, and we're going to go back the other way. Okay, bump, next one. This time we want state equals 0, and that says 10 to 10. I'm going to have to change that. That was this one. Did I really put 10 to 10? Yeah, I did. I bet you noticed. 10 to 20. 10 to 20 in this one? Yeah. 10 to 20 in this one? Yeah. Okay. So we don't want... Now we're going to want minus 20. So minus 10, because we're swinging the other way now. And we'll just play the same sound. You can change the sound if you want. Okay. And then I think I'm going to copy all of that. Copy. Done. And I'm going to paste over the top. Execute as block display, tag equals pendulum, scores equals state equals 0, yes. X rotation, yep. Oh, set the score back to 1 though. Okay, done. And I'm going to grab this scoreboard players set state 1, copy. So, nothing is happening. Well, the problem is we're checking if state equals 0 or state equals 1. At the moment, it doesn't have a state score. State equals nothing. So we can start this one. What would we have? Any entity, type equals, block display, tag equals, pendulum. Oh, look, we've got it going the wrong way. And I can't hear it ticking. Okay, well, you're definitely going the wrong way, so that's a problem. We're going to have to fix that. But that's an easy fix. Let's get rid of everything. Create pendulum, rotation. So it's what, 90 degrees the wrong way? Let's just put a 90 in there. Okay. Yes, we know you do that. Now let's start it again. Okay. Okay, it's definitely ticking. So we're teleporting it, it gets to its distance, and it changes its state and plays the sound. Why is it not playing the sound though? Because it's definitely doing everything else. So we've probably made a mistake in the play sound command. Let's copy the play sound command, just the play sound bit. Let's put it into chat. It says it played the sound. Now, is my volume turned down? No. Music off, weather off. We've put it in the block channel, so that should be working. I can hear clicks. Block stone button. Oh, well, that's definitely not the right name, is it? Block stone button. Dot click on. That's the right name. Let's copy that little bit. Copy. And since we've got two of them, we better fix the other one. There we go. So I can hear it ticking already. So it's always handy there to take out the command and run it by itself without all the other junk, just to check you've got something right. That made it very easy to find out what the problem was. Oh, now it's ticking. Nice. Okay, so as you could see, if you wanted your clock facing the other direction, it was very easy to just switch that between 90 and that's going to make me laugh every time. We'll set its score. So the advantage of this system is it will only tick when you want it to. It will only start when you want. Now we probably could reset. If we reset its score, it may well just stop because it doesn't have a score anymore. Okay, so using this system, you can start and stop it. That's cool. It requires an extra command. If you want it to auto start, well, we can do that as well. I am going to replace this back to the direction it should be. Yeah, I know you're... Go on. There we go. Right, what we're going to do is just copy this controller. We can copy the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll just put them all down here. Okay, so that's exactly the same now. So let's get a sign, controller, auto, pop a lever on top. Right, let's have a look. So if we look inside, we're saying here, execute as type block display, tag pendulum, and this is saying if the score state equals 1. Well, really, what we need is we need an unless. But checking like this, you can't do an unless. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out this if. Let's get rid of that if. Boom. Okay. And we will come out of there and we'll say unless score at S matches. So we were saying if it is 1. So we're going to say unless it's 0. Or we better put what score it is. State. Unless score at S matches 0. Okay. Let's copy all of that. Copy. And we'll go here and we're going to take out your if. If state equals 1. No. We'll come outside. And we'll put in unless score matches 0. Done. And we'll do the same here. Let's take out that if score. Come outside square brackets and put in the unless. Okay, let's turn that on. Now this one, we started already. This one should auto start. So if we get rid of everything, create the face, and as soon as I create the pendulum, it will start ticking. Disadvantage of this one is we can't really stop it as easily. I mean, we could just turn this off. Obviously. But this one has 2 ways of stopping it, but requires you to actually start it in the first place. This one just requires you to turn that off, and it stops. There we go. Okay, should I waffle on longer? No, I really shouldn't. We've made a cool little clock. It's got a little barrel you can put stuff in, and I find it quite atmospheric. I do like the sound it makes. You could probably... I'm waffling now. Stay with me if you want. I bet we could speed this up to add tension to the map. I wonder if we could do it super simply just by changing how much it teleports. Because here, where are we looking? Here we're doing quite a big range check, 10 to 20. So we could definitely speed this thing up. Let's teleport it by 2 instead. And -2. Now it's running twice as fast. Yeah, so that's pretty simple. That's nice. Okay, so you've got an edited thing there. If you want to build tension in your map, when they first arrive, you can have this set to something low, maybe even 0.5. Ooh. 0.5 and 0.5. That's going to be much slower. And the player's not going to be too worried. They might say, hey, why is it ticking so slowly? But that's pretty casual, pretty calm. And then as the map gets harder and harder, or scarier and scarier, you up the speed of the pendulum. Ooh. I'm going to stop waffling. I've kept you long enough. Okay, there we go. We have a nice little decorative clock that we can store something in with a little swinging pendulum. Cool. Now let's pop over to the Minecraft head site and I will show you where we get these two values from. Okay, right, I'll see you there in a minute. Bye bye. Okay, here I am on the heads database. I'll put a link in the description so you can search for a head. Pretty simple. There are a lot of them. I'm just going to pick one at random. So let's pick this first one here. And we'll select that. Okay, there it is. That's what it looks like. And down here we've got some information. Now you can look in any of these boxes really. In fact, there's one of the values we need right there. If I stretch it out. Okay, so we have the texture. Here's the texture one. Textures, value, open speech marks. Let's just click after that. And then go all the way down to the next speech marks. And we'll shift. So there's one value. That's our texture value. And the other value we wanted was the profile ID. So we'll come inside the square brackets and I'll take from that I there, from the I and to the end of the square brackets. There we go. And that's our other value. So those are the two values that I came and copied from this website and pasted into those command blocks to use later. Okay, all done. See you later. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.